All right. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna take my socks off. We're gonna take one leg and kind of just cross it over the other leg. Okay. If you can't do that, you can just cross your feet. It doesn't. Either is fine. So once you get there, what you want to do is you want to shift your weight side to side. Okay, and then you want to sit up as tall as you possibly can. So really stacking the spine. Okay, we're going to take a nice deep inhale in. We're going to shrug the shoulders up. We're going to exhale, and we're going to draw them down and back. Okay, so big inhale in and full exhale out. Bye, Kai. Inhale in and exhale out. And now we're going to go forward, so we're going to shrug the shoulders up, and then you're going to draw them forward when you exhale. Inhale in, exhale out. One more time, shrugging up and exhaling. Fantastic. All right, so from here, you're going to breathe in. When you exhale, you're going to put your ear to your shoulder. So make sure you're dropping the other shoulder away from the ear and really getting a stretch in that trap. Coming back to the center, inhaling in, exhaling, dropping the air away. And then back to the center. All right, you're gonna take your arm, we're gonna put it behind your back, so palm's gonna go away from you, and then you're gonna get your chest up nice and tall. So you should feel a little stretch in the front of your shoulder here. Hands are gonna go on top of your head. You're gonna breathe in, exhale, and then just gently assist your head away from that arm. Awesome. And then we're gonna switch, so the other arm's gonna go behind. You can even use your hand to help place it up there. Inhale in, exhale, gently assist. Awesome. So coming back to center, we're just gonna get a little rotation. Hand to the opposite knee, other hand behind you. Open the chest as you turn. And then we're gonna switch sides. So nice deep breath in, hand to that knee, open that chest, and rotate. We're gonna come to the center. So you're gonna breathe in, exhale, you're just gonna walk the arms out as far as you can, and drop the head down. Couple breaths here. And when you're ready, you're gonna walk those hands back up. So from here, we're gonna take a nice deep breath in, stretch the arms up overhead, grab that wrist. As you exhale, a little side body stretch. Keep the hip bones pressed into the ground as you stretch over. Come back to the center, drop the arms down. Take another nice deep breath in, exhale, arms go up, grab that wrist, side body stretch. Back to the center and come down. Now from here, we're gonna roll through, so you're just gonna take your hands, reach forward, you're gonna roll through into a tabletop position. So you're gonna have those wrists underneath your shoulders, okay, and your knees should be about hip width distance apart. In tabletop, we're gonna relax our stomach down, and our head's gonna go up for cow. And then we're gonna exhale, round the upper back, pull the chin into the chest. And then back to tabletop here. We're gonna flex the feet, and we're gonna sit back into toes pose. So nice tall chest, draw your arms down and back. While we're here in toes pose, you're gonna try to interlock the fingers behind your back. You're gonna pull the shoulders down and back and just pull those hands down towards your feet as we're sitting here. If you cannot reach your hands, you can use a shirt. So just a couple breaths here, opening that chest. And then releasing the hands. You're gonna come back to tabletop, you're gonna kick the toes out. And then we're gonna put the knees out, feet together, sit back to extended child's. Arms out, head to the ground. From here, you're gonna reach to one side of your mat. So take your hands, cross one arm over, reach and get a side body stretch. Move your hips away from those hands. And reaching to the other side, same thing. Hips away from those hands. Good, coming back to center. What you're gonna do this time, you're gonna reach your hands out a little further. You're gonna think about setting your hips up and opening your shoulders. Then coming back into extended child, reaching to one side. So hands over, hips away. And exhaling to the other side, hands over, hips away. Coming to the center, hips are gonna drop down towards the heels, arms out. Couple big exhales. And then you'll come back up into that toes pose where the feet were flexed. You're gonna take those hands, interlock them behind your back, draw the shoulders down and back, and open up the chest. If you can pull the hands off of the back to really give it a little more of a stretch here. Then releasing, kicking those toes back out. Coming back into that tabletop position. We're gonna go into cat. So you're gonna bring that chin into your chest, round the upper back. And then relax the stomach to the floor, head up, arms stay nice and straight here. To tabletop. And then we're gonna roll back to happy where we started. Awesome, so we're gonna get moving into opening those hips up. What I'm gonna have you do to start is we're gonna take one foot out, the opposite foot's gonna come over. So we're gonna do rocking the baby. We're just gonna bring this leg into the chest here. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall with the foot flexed. Good, and then if you're comfortable, you're gonna bend that knee in to get a little bit of a deeper stretch in your hip. The foot that's flexed, you can put into your elbow crease, interlock, and then just gently rock your leg. So you're looking like this. Awesome. And then from here, we're gonna take that leg, we're just gonna drop it down. So knees dropped, other foot's flexed. We're gonna reach for this foot to start opening up the hamstrings. So just kind of breathing in, exhaling, and reaching for the toes. If you have the toes, you can bend the elbow. And if you're good with that, you can even try interlocking the hands over the foot, okay? So you're thinking about breathing in, exhaling, and just dropping your head a little further every exhale, closer and closer to that knee. Yeah, we're gonna bring both hands up and extend both feet out now. Now listen, you can either keep your legs together or you can separate them slightly, okay? So up to you what you feel like doing, but we're gonna do a couple slides here. So just breathing in, exhaling, and reaching. Feet can be here or feet can be apart, okay? And if they're apart, you're gonna try to reach in between your feet on the inside here. So breathing in, exhaling, and wherever you're at this morning, we're just gonna get a couple of these in. Breathing in, exhaling and sliding. And we're gonna do one more, and then we're just gonna hold down wherever you're at. Just thinking about breathing into the stomach, exhaling and folding. Awesome, coming back up, and you're gonna bring the other knee in. So for that head to knee pose, opposite leg, foot is flexed. Breathing in, exhaling, reaching for the foot. And once again, you can bend the elbow. You can try interlocking. You can put a little pressure on the leg that's bent. It's up to you. But you're thinking about drawing a nice deep breath in, exhaling, and getting a little closer to that knee with every exhale. Big inhale in, big exhale out. One more big inhale, big exhale. And then come on up, take that leg, bring it across, give it a big hug, sitting up nice and tall, making sure the foot's flexed. And you can stay here, or you can go into that next step where you bend the knee and just get a little bit of a deeper stretch into the hip. After that, foot in the elbow, gently rocking here, nice and tall chest. Good, we're gonna place both feet down into butterfly or bound angle. So feet together, you can kind of like peel open your feet. Hands under, tall chest. So try to roll the shoulders down and back. Try to sit up nice and tall in this position. We're gonna breathe in, we're gonna exhale, we're gonna hinge forward slightly. You can put a little pressure on those legs. Trying to get down a little lower with each exhale. Really just feeling those hips open. Coming back up nice and tall. You're gonna keep one hand under your foot. Opposite hand's gonna go on the knee. You're gonna breathe in, exhale, and you're just gonna apply a little bit of pressure to that leg as you lean over to the other side. And we're gonna switch sides, exhaling, a little bit of pressure. One side might be a little tighter than the other side. Awesome, and then from here, we're gonna go back in a happy. So I'm gonna have you roll forward once again. This time we're gonna go into downward dog. So you're gonna roll forward, hands are gonna be open. So open your fingers, flex your feet, set your tailbone up. And we're just gonna take a second to shift your weight side to side. So shifting and exhaling, trying to exhale out any tightness that you might have in the back of the legs or the calves. Great, from here you're gonna lift up the left leg and you're gonna bring it in for a low lunge. So low lunge, you wanna make sure you can see your toes, right? Your knees not in front of your toes. I'm just gonna put your hand on your front of your leg to start. Try to get your hip bones nice and even and thinking about pushing that back hip forward as you exhale. Good, we're gonna take a nice deep breath in. You're gonna exhale the arms up. You're gonna breathe in up here, you're gonna exhale, you're gonna extend the leg, and you're just gonna forward fold over that leg. That front leg should be flexed. So those toes are pulling towards you, and you're getting a nice stretch in the back of the leg. Opening up the hamstrings. Good, from here, coming back to low lunge. Hands on the front leg, flex the back foot, come up to high lunge. So when you're up here, think about taking the back hip and settling it down, okay? Really trying to keep the leg straight, but push that hip down. Then we're gonna step in, and we're gonna forward fold over those legs, exhaling out. You're gonna come up to that flat back, so hands just above your legs, opening the chest. Exhaling out, this time grabbing the elbows and dropping into that forward fold. You're gonna let your elbows pull you down to the ground. You can slightly bend your legs and then just start swaying side to side. So gently moving side to side here. And then we're gonna roll up to that stand. Good, from here, let's sit back into chair pose or mighty powerful. Make sure you can lift your toes up, arms are up. And then big swan dive down, squat down, jumper step back to that plank position. We're gonna lower to low push up and then push right through to upward dog here. Roll those shoulders down and back. Good, press to down dog again. And shift that weight. Exhaling and extending the leg. Bending the opposite leg. Lift up the right leg. Place it right in between the hands for low lunge. So hands are gonna go on the leg just like before. Thinking about driving that back hip forward. Nice tall chest. Good. Drawing the arms all the way up. And then forward folding, flexing the foot over that front leg. Good, make sure this foot is pulled back towards you. Try to get your hips even if you can. Try to open the chest and flatten the back. Yeah. And then from here, back to that low lunge, hands on the leg, flex the back foot, coming up to high lunge. Once again, dropping that hip down with the leg nice and straight, trying to open that hip flexor. Good, stepping your feet in that forward fold. Coming up to the flat back, grabbing the elbows, letting them pull you down to the ground. So think about releasing your head, your neck, your shoulders, gently swaying side to side. And then rolling up to that stand. Sitting back to mighty powerful or chair pose. That big swan dive down. Squatting down, jumping or stepping back to that plank. Lowering to that low push-up and pushing through to upward dog. Good, pressing back to downward dog. Once again, shifting that weight.
There we go. What are you seeing? What are you yelling about?
All right, lifting the left leg up. Dropping it open, so opening the hip here. Bending the knee, opening that hip. Then you're gonna come through, but this time you're just gonna come into pigeon. So you're just gonna bring the knee in between the hands and flex the foot. Good, so in pigeon, foot's flexed, we're gonna try to get our hip bones nice and even. On the elbows to start, because I feel like you can actually get into that hip and make sure your hips are even down here. If you feel good, you can exhale all the air out of your stomach and reach the arms out and just drop that head. After a couple nice deep breaths down there, you're gonna walk those hands in and you're gonna sit up nice and tall here. If you feel like you're in a good position, you can pull the back leg up for king pigeon. You wanna make sure that chin is vertical. Good, so we're gonna slowly release that leg. We're gonna press back to downward dog. We're gonna shift our weight side to side. And this time we're gonna lift up our right leg and we're gonna open the hips, so we're gonna drop the leg open. Then we're gonna swing that right knee in between our hands. So once again, the foot's flexed. You wanna try to get both hips facing the same way. Sometimes it's easier to do that on your elbows, shifting and pulling your hips so that they're pretty even. Good. Yes, look good. If you'd like to, you can exhale all that air out of your stomach and reach out, drop the head down. Take a couple nice deep breaths while you're down there. Good, then we're gonna walk those hands in. We're gonna sit up nice and tall. So this is where you should feel the stretch in the back hip. And if it feels fine, you can pull the back leg up, making sure the shin is vertical. If you have your balance, you can look over that front arm. You don't have to. Good. We're gonna slowly release that leg. We're gonna press back to downward dog again and just shift that weight again. All right, so lifting your left leg up, we're gonna come to high lunge. So high lunge, back leg is nice and straight. You're on the ball of your foot. Everybody got that? Back leg straight, ball of your foot. All right, hands to your heart here. You're gonna rotate towards the bent leg, so opposite arm here, and drop that hip. So turn towards the leg, Kay.
Which one? This way? Oh.
Yep, the other way. You too. All right, then from here, you're gonna extend that front leg. So both hips are nice and even. You're dropping over that front leg. From here, you're gonna step that foot in, forward fold. We're gonna come up to that nice flat back. We're gonna drop down, and this time you're gonna try to hug your legs. Then you're gonna roll it up. Sit back once again to that mighty powerful. Big swan dive down. Squat down. Jump or step back to that plank. Chaturanga through, to upward dog. Roll those shoulders down and back. Press back to downward dog. And we're shifting our weight. Hopefully we'll loosen up the back of the legs here. And the opposite leg's gonna lift up. We're gonna come up to high lunge on that right side. Good, so the back leg's nice and straight, front leg is bent. We're gonna go arms at your heart, and then from prayer pose here, we're gonna turn towards the knee, opposite elbow to the other side, and you're trying to drop the back hip while you do this. From here, extend that front leg. So you can come back up if you want and kind of reach over the leg and start like thigh, shin, whatever. Or if you're capable of staying down there, stay down there. But you want to try to get both hip bones to face the ground. Good. Then we're stepping in to that forward fold. We're coming up to a nice flat back. And we're dropping down and hugging the legs. And we're rolling all the way up. Good. Sitting back to mighty powerful. Do that big swan dive down. Squatting down. Jumping or stepping back to plank. Chaturanga through to upward dog. Good. Pressing back to downward dog. From here, we're gonna go on our toes. We're looking between our fingers. We're gonna bend our knees. We're gonna jump and land. And then we're gonna forward fold. We're gonna do that flat back. And drop back down. This time when you're down here, try to put your hands underneath your feet. And then just bend your elbows and drop your head. Release the hands, roll it up. Awesome. So this time when we sit back, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one leg and we're gonna bring it over the opposite leg. So we're gonna flex that foot and we're gonna sit back to chair like this with one leg across. Okay, so the foot is nice and flexed here and we're opening the hip. You can put your hand on your leg or you can put your hands up or at prayer. Some of you might need the balance to kind of hold onto the foot and the knee, and that's totally fine. But you want to sink your butt down and back. So here, flexing, sitting down and back. Opening the hip. And then just a big swan dive down from there. Squatting down, jumping or stepping back. Chaturanga through, pressing back to downward dog, going on your toes, bending your knees, jumping, landing, forward fold. Nice flat back. And once again, you want to separate your feet. You're reaching under your toes. You can separate them a little bit. Think about exhaling, bending your arms, and just releasing here. Okay, release the hands, roll it up. Opposite leg over. So once again, knees are bent, foot is flexed, and you're sinking those hips down and back. Foot flexed. Good, and you can use them as balance. Like you can hold on to your foot and hold on to your knee if you want, or you can just sink your hips lower and lower. Good, exhaling, opening, and swan diving down. You're gonna bend the knees, back to plank, chaturanga through, back to downward dog. Separate the fingers, up on your toes, bend your knees, jump and land, forward fold. Flat back. And exhaling all the way down. You're gonna roll it up. And we're gonna go into tree. So here I want you to think about transitioning your weight on the one side, going the ball of your foot on the other, and then you're gonna bring that foot to your calf or all the way up to your thigh. We're thinking about opening this hip too, drawing that hip open, tall chest, and then focus on something to help you with that balance. So find a focal point and just stare. But think about pulling that knee to the back wall, chest tall, and hands can either go at your heart or all the way up to you. Just trying to focus and find that balance. Nice, everybody. Good, and then from tree, we're just gonna exhale and come all the way down to that forward fold. We're gonna squat down again, go to that plank, chaturanga through, back to downward dog, on the toes, jump and land, forward fold. Nice flat back. And exhaling all that air out. Good, let's roll it up. And let's find the balance on the other side. So starting up on the toes, taking that foot, placing it on the calf with the knee out, or pulling it all the way up to the thigh. Remember, we're trying to open this hip and draw this knee back as we have that nice tall chest and a tight core. Finding that focal point, whatever it is, and trying to hold that balance. So make sure your foot is either above the knee or below the knee, not on the knee. There we go. Hands are at your heart here or all the way up. Good. And then we're gonna exhale and coming back down, we're gonna squat, jump back, chaturanga through, and then bring those knees in for heroes. Good, so from here, we're gonna go back to opening the chest a little bit. You're gonna take your hands behind your back, roll the shoulders down and back, draw those arms down, and if you can, pull them off your back. We're gonna breathe in, exhale, and from here, if you can, you're gonna try to hinge forward. Good, and then we're gonna release the hands. We're gonna come up a little higher. You can choose to flex your feet here, or you can keep your toes down. And you're gonna put the hands in the small of your back, and you're gonna roll the shoulders down and back to open the chest. We're gonna breathe in, you're gonna exhale, and you're just gonna look back, and then use your stomach muscles to help you sit back up, okay? So you're opening the chest, and then using your core to help you sit back up to a tight position. Now you can either stay with that, you can move to having your hands behind your back, rolling the shoulders down and back, and opening with your head back, or you can go in a full camel where you reach back for those feet and drop your head. Okay, a bunch of options for you on this one. Do what works and what you're comfortable with. You're gonna take a few breaths in camel. And then after that, we're gonna go into child's, just because your spine should go the other way after extension like that. So you're gonna tuck your arms by your sides, knees out. You're gonna round over. And you're just gonna exhale here, a couple nice deep breaths. Good. And then from here, we're gonna do some bridge work. We'll do big toe. More stuff focusing on the glutes. So if you can, just kind of swing the legs through. Good, you're gonna come up on your mat a little bit. We're gonna grab your knees. We're gonna roll back into wind relieving. So you're just gonna hug them, round your back, and then hug them here in a little ball. Your head will drop all the way. From here, you're gonna take your feet and you're gonna put them really close to your glutes. So pull them in. If you can hold on to them, great. If you can't, don't worry about it. We're thinking about drawing the chest down and back. So arms can either be by your sides or holding onto your feet doing that. And then we're gonna push our hip bones up to the ceiling for the yoga bridge. So we'll look like this here and up, and you're trying to get those shoulders on your chest open too. So think about driving through your heels and opening your hips when you're doing this, right? Nice big opening. Awesome. You're gonna slowly come down each vertebrae at a time. And then what we're gonna do is lying down pigeon. So you're gonna take one leg and cross it over, foot's flexed, and then you're gonna pull the other leg up. You're gonna hug the leg that's up, head drops. You can even put a little pressure on the knee that's bent, you don't have to. We're gonna release, and we're gonna switch sides. So foot is flexed, lifting up, and opening that hip a little bit more. Next, we're gonna do some single leg bridge work, but we're gonna be focusing more on that negative. Something Lauren taught me that has really helped with my hamstring. I have a hamstring that I tore, so it's awesome if you have tight hamstrings. So you're gonna go up into a bridge. You're gonna have one leg out, And then you're gonna slowly come down on the leg that is bent, okay? So we're gonna go up, hold, hips even, slowly come down, okay? So up, hold, and then you slowly come down, working on the negative of, yeah, awesome. So you're gonna do 10 total, 5 on each leg, okay? So up, hold, make sure your knees are even on the hold and your hips are even. And then you slowly come down. Yep, awesome. So up, hold, slowly release. Up, hold, slowly release. Up, hold, and then just bring your glute down, slow, slow, slow to the ground. You seem like you're turning a little bit. Yeah, try to keep your hips even, and just bring your butt all the way to the ground. Without any rotation, if you can. So both feet, one leg, and then slow release. I think you guys are getting it. Looks like you are. And Crystal has what we're doing next. So after you're done, you're gonna bring your knee into your chest. Other leg's gonna be extended out. Your head's dropped, arm to the opposite leg, other arm out, and you're drawing that leg across your body, looking at the arm that's out. So try to make sure your shoulders both stay on the ground and you pin that knee down. Awesome. And then we're gonna bring the other leg in, other leg out, arms out, hands to the opposite side, draw it across. All right. So come back to center. We're gonna try, for those of you that can do it, we're gonna try the wheel. If you can't do the wheel, you can just do the yoga bridge. So the wheel, you're pushing up into a gymnastics bridge for yoga. It's really good for just like actually stretching your abs, so we're gonna be here, feet in, hands by our ears, and then pushing up. If you can't get off of your head, don't do it. Just do the yoga bridge because it's not good to rest on your head. Right? So if you can't do the wheel, just do the yoga bridge, which looks like this. After the attempt of either one, you're gonna grab the knees and you're gonna gently rock 3 times in a ball. After 3 rocks, both knees are gonna drop across, arm out. And switch sides. And while we're down here, we're gonna do the hamstring stretch of big toe. So extend one leg out, and the opposite leg, you're gonna extend to the ceiling. You can hold behind your leg, behind your calf, or hold onto the big toe. Your head's dropped. You're exhaling and releasing the back of the leg. So hands are either here, here, or up here. And then you're gonna exhale with this leg straight across your body. Awesome, and we are gonna switch legs, so opposite leg's gonna go up, either holding behind here or that toe. Head is on the ground if you can get it on the ground. Releasing the back of the leg. And then dropping that straight leg across. Awesome. So from here, we're gonna go right into that Shavasana since you're already on your backs. If you want to close the lights or shut your lights off, totally welcome to do that. We're gonna do a nice relaxing Shavasana, just focusing in on our breath as a little focal point. We are gonna do a little progressive muscle relaxation in it too. So let's get comfortable in corpse pose. That means you're on your back. Your feet are gonna be hip width distance apart. You're gonna take those shoulders and you're gonna draw them down and back. So roll them toward your hips so the chest is nice and open. Once you're there, arms will be by your sides, and then you can turn those palms up to the ceiling, opening your chest a little further. Try to make sure you're in a nice straight line so your nose will just line up with your belly button. Your spine will be nice and straight. And as you start settling into this relaxed pose, you're gonna think about relaxing the weight of your body into the support of the floor. So begin by taking a nice deep breath in through your nose and just letting that air escape through your mouth. Inhaling in, filling your lungs, exhaling out. So a nice deep breath in through the nose and a full exhale through the mouth. And you're just gonna think about relaxing on each exhale. On the next exhale, you're gonna think about relaxing your legs as a whole. Relaxing your legs into the support of the mat, letting your feet relax, the muscles of your calves, your hamstrings, and your quads. Just taking a few exhales, focusing in on your legs. You're trying to let all the tension in your leg muscles go. Inhaling in and exhaling out. With the next few exhales, you'll think about relaxing your hips and your lower back, drawing that nice deep breath in, full exhale out, relaxing your hips and your lower back. You're gonna send the next few breaths into your middle back, inhaling in, exhaling out, and letting all the muscles along your spine loosen and lengthen. Exhaling and feeling the muscles relax and soften. Taking a nice deep inhale in and exhaling out, relaxing your upper back and your shoulders, letting your shoulders just drop away from your ears, softening. Feeling that relaxation just travel all the way down your arms to your wrists and your fingers. Focusing in on your head and your neck next. Relaxing the muscles in the front, sides, and the back of your neck. Letting your temples soften, your jaw relax. Now you're just going to make any adjustments you might need to relax your body completely into the ground. You're going to place your hands in your stomach, and you're going to try to focus in on the rise and fall of your breath. So the inhale in, that stomach should rise, exhale out, it falls. You're going to notice each inhalation as it enters your body, and each exhalation as it exits. You're letting your breathing be soft, full, and easy. As you inhale, you're just going to say silently to yourself, let, and as you exhale, you'll say silently, go. So inhale, let, exhale, go. And you're just letting go of any areas of tension, any stress, anything you've been holding on to. Inhale, let, exhale, go. And you're going to continue to observe your breath, letting your body sink deeper and deeper into relaxation. You can let your arms rest by your sides now. As you inhale in, you're going to make a soft fist with your hands. And as you exhale out, you're going to release the fist. So inhale in, soft fist. Exhale out, release the fist. Letting the body sink deeper and deeper into the mat. Now you can just relax your hands completely. Bring awareness to your feet if you can. Feeling the soles of your feet, all of your toes. You're going to imagine that you can take a nice deep breath in through the soles of your feet. Imagine that breath traveling all the way through your body to the top of your head, and then exhaling back out through the soles of your feet. Almost think of it like a wave traveling from your feet all the way up, and then bringing all the stress with it out through the soles of your feet. A nice deep inhale in, and an exhale out through the soles of your feet. As the breath enters, it's just bringing calmness to every part of your body, traveling all the way up to the top of your head. And as you're exhaling out any stress, tension through the soles of those feet. Then you're just going to bring your awareness back to your stomach, feeling the rise and fall with each breath. If you want, you can place your hands there, you don't have to. But you're just going to let your breathing be soft, full, and easy as you inhale in and exhale out. Just taking this time to connect with your breath and allowing yourself to relax. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly begin to move out of this nice relaxed state. So you'll just start wiggling your fingers, your toes, making some small movements, maybe even opening and closing your hands, flexing and pointing your feet, rolling your wrist around and your ankles. You'll draw a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale out, extend your arms overhead and walk your feet away from your hands. So try to make yourself nice and long. Stretch out, make yourself as long as you possibly can. Then you'll just bring those knees into your chest, hugging your legs. You can gently rock here, side to side, forward and back. When you're ready, you just roll onto that right side. And then slowly come on up to a seated position. Awesome. Hopefully everybody's ready to attack this Sunday now.
Ooh,
Feeling good?
yeah.
Yeah. Namaste, everybody. Have a wonderful Sunday.
You too.
Thanks, Alicia.
You're welcome.
Bye, guys. Enjoy the weather.
I know. Isn't it going to be nice out today?
60.
Yay! Brent's going to bring Stove a medicine ball.
Oh, nice.
Well, I guess Kenny told him that he was going to give him one, but he never did. So I had one in the basement I was using. I'm like, he can have it.
Oh, that's good. He'll have fun with that.
What do you think of this last workout?
What is it? It's like a chipper, right?
Yeah, but like people need to have a box and like
They
two
should
35-pound dumbbells. I don't even have that.
I don't have that either. I'm gonna have to use 25s. So it is what it is. I know they should have done all workouts that people literally can do from home, because like people don't have jump ropes or dumbbells or boxes or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
35, two 35s. You know what we could do, Kay, is I could bring in a 35, and there's a 35 at the gym, right? Kettlebell. You do with kettlebell.
Oh yeah, you could. Yeah. You're still recording if you want to hit stop.
I thought I did stop it.
I don't think so.
Oh.